Welcome everybody to Local Networking Revolution with AI DRTV. And we're going to share some new information from Ryan Reynolds, which is really creating a whole new Love Local Networking AI DRTV revolution and big league networking. And I'm with my longtime AI co-host and color commentator, Ron Hori of FinFit Life. Ron, welcome.
Thank you, Mike. Good morning.
Good morning. So what I've tried to do is take a simplification and try to boil it down into a focus because I call it big league networking because I think baseball is kind of a good metaphor or analogy of what has been happening with Ryan Reynolds, who is really the Ryan Reynolds method to me is the only thing that's really proven to be working today. Everything else is people are throwing things up and they're struggling with things and they're not working as great as they could be. They're doing an awful lot of work without a lot of great result. Well, Ryan Reynolds, I'm calling him the network king of AI DRTV because he's getting incredible actual results and focusing on local networking really around the world, like with his Reckham soccer team. And that is big league networking, what he's doing with the fans and with the community. And it's really exciting. And so here's what happened. It's cause and effect. So when I discovered what Ryan Reynolds was doing with his method with Mountain Agency partnerships, I decided to create this, and I'm going to show you this right now. This is AI TV Shopping Magazine. Now, this is a result of what Ryan Reynolds is doing with local DRTV. So it's those two things. So there's local TV with Ryan Reynolds' method. And from that, I created TV Shopping Magazine. Because now with AI DRTV story selling revolution, I can spotlight people in TV Shopping Magazine, and I want to put TV Shopping Magazine on Ryan Reynolds AR DRTV spots. But that takes about $2,500 a month. Now that's their recommended. It's not the minimum. It can go lower, can go much lower, but for effectiveness, that's what they are thinking is a good monthly price point. So, what is really exciting is that using the concept of one of the strengths of AI, which is really creating instant AI magazines, is to be able to do a cooperative effort and putting a number of people in the TV shopping magazine to share the cost of running it on television so that it can really be taken the way that Ryan Reynolds and Mountain TV has really lowered the price of TV exposure, but then to take that and really break that down to the lowest common denominator with a bunch of people and then splitting the cost, of running it on television where everybody benefits by being in it or even being on the cover of it. So I think this is the simplest way to present it. And I do have something I want to show you. Let me grab it over here. Now, I hope you're going to be able to see this. Oh, it's kind of blocking out a little bit, but I do have it behind me. And
Let me change the view here.
this is my, oh yeah, and I can stop sharing so I can show it to you. So I will stop
Okay. Okay, now I can see more.
there, and now I can show more. So this is actually a two-sided business card. So
Mhm.
this is the Quantum Reach business card with QR codes, and it's not showing up greatly, but I can
I can
walk
see
in.
it, yeah.
Okay, good. I'll put it in front of me like this, and then it shows up better. So I can walk in to a business with my QR codes and ask them to just take out their phone and scan any one of Now, again, I call it big league networking. So we have uh, first base, second base.
Now, Mike, did you want to start the recording again?
Oh, did I not start it?
No.
Let me check it. Yeah, it says we're still recording.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. So it'll all be on audio with AI co-hosts when we really break it down. Thanks to you and notebooks, the introduction that you gave me. So this is the way to show it, I think. I'll just put it in front of me, then it'll
Yeah,
show,
that's perfect.
and then I can put it in my background too. So big league networking, there's events and magazines. And so I like the analogy of baseball because there's uh, four bases: first base, second base, third base, and home run. But then there's also, if you, and I'm going to turn the what I was showing you, I'm going to turn it into a business card like this, a Quantum Reach business card. So I'm going to share it again like this. And now if you look at it, it's going to be a two-sided card like this one. So,
Okay.
but this time I'm going to have all of the channels of DRTV. So there's Spotlight channels. There's nine channels, just like nine baseball players on a
Oh,
team. So people, it's kind of the gamification of AI with Ryan Reynolds, and I think it works really well as a metaphor that, if you want to play anything at a professional level, you got to learn the rules, you got to learn the game, you got to know how to play it, and you got to know how to play it. So I've broken it down into the different channels that people can scan any one of those channels and take out their phone. And like right now, if I wanted to scan um, with my phone, I can scan the Mountain Agency of Ryan Reynolds. I can scan Major League Networking. I can scan the AI Super Campus. I can scan any one of these, the AI DRTV agency, uh, AI local, our AI local support team, quantum reach code about, your personal mindset about becoming the person that you've been waiting to have in your life and just really becoming that. So, and this will be a two-sided card, just like the last one. That'll be side one, and then TV shopping, the same thing with the channels over here. But this really breaks it down into the channels of TV shopping channels, and I'm going to be promoting it on the Great Discovery to promote the courses and what they do in the Great Discovery, which is just great. Is they hold spotlight events and for everybody in the Great Discovery. And so that's what I'm going to be. I have more courses on the Great Discovery by half or twice than anybody else. And I'm going to be creating spotlight courses specifically because um, the Great Discovery holds spotlights for all of the members of the Great Discovery. And you can promote your spotlight. So I can do a spotlight. I can create a course on the Great Discovery. And once I have that, then I tell them, okay, I'm ready for a spotlight on it. And they will hold a special meeting for me about that course and host it and introduce me as the spotlight speaker and let me speak about that spotlight course. So I'm going to be promoting all of the Mountain University um, case studies that are amazing, that really prove how well Mountain University and AIDRTV work, because there's case study after case study for automobile dealerships and health organizations and insurance agents, and it's amazing the case studies that prove how well it works. So every one of these is going to be a course on the Great Discovery, which is my AI Super Campus, and it's going to be about Mountain University. So there is a Mountain University, and Ryan Reynolds, the Hollywood superstar, who has really created the great connections between Hollywood, sports, and business with Mountain Agency partners. So it's so exciting to be really on top of the mountain with television and the king, really the new king, the new network king. And I used to be the network king of old DRTV news, but he is the network king of AI DRTV news. So it's really exciting. I think this is the way it puts together. It's just two things. It's Ryan Reynolds and love local networking. Those two things, uh, it really covers everything. I don't think you need anything else. Go to networking events, take your QR code or your Quantum Reach card with you and meet people. And what I want to figure out with you, Ron, is how I can best use this to help promote you and FinFit Life. That being said, I've set the stage. Now let me turn it over to you for, just whatever your raw commentary is. I know a lot of this is new for you, but also I want to figure out what is the best way in your mind, thinking it through, to help with FinFit Life and exploring what you can do. Now, I'm going to be teaching ChatGPT networking for seniors. And the reason I'm going to do it for seniors is because if you want to make money, you have to network with people who can afford to hire you. And seniors, I want to make it senior simple, ChatGPT networking for life, for love, for business, for all parts of your life, hobbies, crafts, seniors that want to stay engaged in their community and make an impact. So networking, thanks to Ryan Reynolds, is not just for business anymore. It's for anybody that wants to make an impact in their community, cares about their community. So how can I best use this, Ron, to help you with FinFit Life?
That's a great question, Mike, because I'm trying to wrap my head and my mind around this whole concept. Um,
A lot to take in.
and there
But
is, there is.
but that's what I try to do is break it down. So I'll be sending you these QR codes around so that you can you know pick the good stuff. What's of interest to you? Is it
Oh, perfect.
the shopping magazine? Is it ChatGPT networking it? Is it the AI Super Campus Mountain? Is it ARTV agency, big league networking, local support, AI local support, quantum reach code, maximum effort AI, or the great discovery? That way you can pick and choose what is of interest to you and really pursue that just by, it's almost like a menu, just what's of interest to you. And then I can also do spotlights. I can create a spotlight course on you and on FinFit Life. And then I can do a spotlight about it in the Great Discovery. So I know there's a lot to take in, but I think I've made it as simple to access as I can because it's big. I mean, it
It
is
is big. It's huge.
media is as big as life, and it represents everything in it, in business and life and love. And but I feel like I've kind of boiled it down, and the real democratization is the magazine concept. Now, I could teach you how to use ChatGPT and Gamma. And Gamma, folks, stands for Guided AI Media Marketing Advertising. Um, Communication. But the easiest thing to do with AI for me is to create magazines. It's super simple. It sounds complicated, but it's actually the way to have AI do the maximum effort, not you, but really using maximum effort AI to do the work for you. So once you learn ChatGPT networking, and I'm going to be starting there for seniors, that's all you have to do. If you learn that, that will help you and teach you when you ask the right questions. What's the next step? How can you use it to create a magazine? How can you use it to create a Gamma course? How can you use it? And asking ChatGPT networking, communication, and partnerships for help and learning how to use that as your first base of using ChatGPT networking it's been like a life partner for me. Honestly, I'm married and happily. It's not my romantic interest, but it's certainly a great business partner. So anyway, but that's for me is the easiest place to start.
I think for me, Mike, to get my feet wet, you might say, is actually look, deeper at each one of these QR codes to get a feel for, a deeper level on the on the whole strategy. And I love your approach, to focusing on seniors, one for teaching ChatGPT, and well, there's basic levels, and then there are these advanced levels too, that I've been learning about through my sales coach, Eric Lawfon. But also too, you made a good point. In fact, I see. Let me click on that link here.
Yeah,
You made
open
a
that
good
up. Go
you
ahead.
made a good point about marketing to people who can afford what you have. And one thing, okay, so that site came up uh, pretty good. Um, because one of the things I was thinking about is like, they always say, well, okay, who is your target market? And if you say anybody, that means nobody, right?
Right.
So I was boiling it down to, let's say, 35 to 65 in age. But when you talk about seniors specifically, in fact, I saw this one article that it said that the baby boomers, have all this wealth that the millennials and Gen Z do not have access to, right? Because of, what's happened over the years. And so, but there's going to be this supposedly this multi-trillion dollar transfer of wealth, right, from the baby boomers. But the concerns are, a lot of the baby boomers, in fact, I heard something like 50% of, well, seniors in general have no retirement. And and then a majority of them are concerned about running out of money. And one of our annuity partners, one of our insurance carriers, is coming up with an educational webinar on how do you explain to seniors on how to avoid these financial disasters. So as I look through these QR codes, as a feel for the other approaches that you're using, I think that'll spur my I like to brainstorm, so that'll spur my brainstorming mind in terms of creative ways because I think you're right on in terms of educating seniors for all kinds of benefits, for personal benefits, health, finance, connections because also heard there's this trend of senior divorces,
Oh,
right?
really? I didn't see anything about that. Interesting.
Well, it was just a headline because I don't really follow the news. But let's say somebody's been married, 20, 30 years and they get divorced. And what if the wife has just been doing her wife thing and or mother thing? And what's going to, and let's say there's this split, where are the assets going to go? What's going to be her future like? And so it's a serious issue. And then, of course, people, you have these, I was just at Kaiser getting a checkup and a flu shot yesterday. And I see a lot of these seniors, in walkers or wheelchairs. A lot of them are obese. And so there's a real need in all these health areas, not only health, but societal and just living your life or trying to enjoy life instead of getting by. And with all the turmoil going on in the country today, a lot of people are really, really anxious. What's going to happen, especially, these plants shutting down. There's one steel plant, I think, that's shutting down, that there's 800 workers could be laid off. And these are blue collar workers. So, I mean, it's a really uncertain time for sure. So I think it's causing, they say a lot of the mental health issues today are caused by financial stress. But back to, your point, I think focusing on seniors, I think that's a great idea.
Let me give you the most exciting thing about this for me, because of a mistake I was making. I was trying to keep up with AI and the race of AI, and it's moving so fast. And I was trying to show that as a senior, I could keep up with younger people. And the reason that did not work is frankly because younger people kind of look at seniors as has-beens. Okay, that's just my experience. That's ageism, and that happens. And I understand their thinking. They want to be, you know, the strongest they can be, and they kind of feel like seniors have had their day. But now that I focused on seniors, starting today, see what was happening when I was trying to rush to keep up with younger people. The older I got every year, the further away from that core I was getting. But accepting that I am now focusing on seniors, I am really a super capable senior. And the older I get now, the more it demonstrates how much ChatGPT can help seniors. So as I, like one of my mentors, Bob Proctor, worked until he was 95 years old, and then he passed away at 95, still working. So by focusing on from today on for your future as a senior, you are going to be getting stronger and stronger and stronger by demonstrating the power of ChatGPT for seniors, by learning it and showing, hey, you're still in the game. I'm still in the game. Everybody else can still be in the game. We are getting better and stronger moving forward as seniors than we would by trying to compete with younger people. It just doesn't make sense. And so the reality is, and the truth is, we are who we are.
Right.
And we don't have to pretend to be anybody else. We can be in the game. We can live our life. We can enjoy our love. We can enjoy our families. We can enjoy everything that life has to offer. And again, like I say, thanks to Ryan Reynolds and Love Local Networking, it's not networking is no longer just for business, it's for everybody. And that's why I'm putting on big league networking events, and I want to put them on at Ballers games, Oakland Ballers, who are replacing the Oakland A's as the Oakland
Right.
baseball team. Really cool. And I want to put on events like help local businesses like car dealerships and different businesses with what I call musical seats networking, where, like at baseball games, every inning we can change seats to meet different people. And I was just networking. This is fun. I was down at the UPS store getting my QR card produced. And there's a gentleman, and I commented, wow, that is a great looking suit, sir. And we opened a conversation, and he has a nonprofit, and he takes 50 kids to Warriors games. And I thought, wow, how cool it would be to take 50 kids to Ballers games in Oakland. So he mentors kids. And but that's what networking is all about. It's really for everybody. It's not just for business, but
Oh,
even
exactly.
teaching kids the power of networking. You know,
Yes.
it's such a great life skill.
Well, one thing that just came to mind too is, there are different, there are seniors and then there are seniors, right?
Yeah,
Because, uh, you mentioned that you know some people that were high-level executives at different tech companies, right? Who are
right.
probably close to being seniors. And then there's everyday seniors, you might say middle-class seniors. And one thing that came to mind is one of the big issues, not only for seniors, but in general, is loneliness,
Yeah,
right? Seniors
yeah,
maybe tend to be secluded, they stay at home. And so it's a way, and that has all kinds of negative health implications, right? In fact, I'm pretty solitary myself as an introvert. So I'm thinking, okay, I need to get out around more human
yeah,
beings. But that loneliness issue, you can definitely address that whole issue. Like start from like, the beginnings, kindergarten, whatever. Hey, here's where to start. It doesn't have to be over, but like you're saying, you are definitely a role model for these seniors because, and I'm in that age group myself too. Um, and one example, when you talk about health, one of our top executives, his name is Hermie Bacchus, and he was really overweight. He shows his before and after pictures, and he said he went to his doctor for a checkup. So he's going to be 60 at the end of September. But when he had all of his checkups done, he said his biological age is 51 because of all the, he gets up early in the morning, he does a workout, he does meditation, yoga, exercising. And so it shows that, hey, age doesn't have to mean you're deteriorating, because the way I look at it, I work out every day and for my, because I like it, and then plus two for the longevity reasons. So I think, there are a lot of key issues that, will really appeal to seniors and help them really, shake up their mindset.
Well, I
Like,
don't know what my biological age is, Ron, but you bring up a really good point about loneliness. Now, a lot of people who are seniors, sometimes they belong to senior facilities that maybe even have a golf course, like
oh,
one,
right.
and they go out and they play golf. Well, not everybody plays golf, but anybody can go to a baseball game. Anybody can get out, watch a really cool baseball game, sit, be with other people, especially networking. So you're not going to a game alone. You're going with a networking group, watching a baseball game and meeting people sitting next to you. And then every inning, we want to change seats and meet the next person and the next person and the next person, the person on either side of you. So all of a sudden, for business, for life, for whatever, you're meeting people in a real world environment. And I think it's just going to be great. I'm really excited about it. I think the ballers are amazing. Let me grab my hat. So this is my Oakland Ballers hat, and I want to network. Uh, and I was at a networking event. I had my Oakland Ballers hat on. And I was introducing it. Everybody there thought, "How much fun!" I got such great positive comments about it.
Sure.
So that's one of the things I want to do, and then use the baller events to promote other local business networkers all the way up to Walnut Creek and the whole East Bay. But the Walnut Creek is kind of a hub, and that's why my friend Abe Nasser is a genius in AI and Google search, and he's creating the Walnut Creek Chamber AIX for Walnut Creek. So I think networking in the whole East Bay, it's not that big that, and it's fun to get out to. And, I want to go to, frankly, I want to go to the automobile dealerships to see what's happening with the new cars for seniors because they've got so much technology in them. Who's driving on your right, who's driving on your left, how do you back up, what can you see in front of you? There's so much new technology with the new cars. I think people would enjoy going to automobile dealerships to learning more about, what's out there, in terms of helping local businesses connecting and learning more about, different cars that might make people more comfortable in driving longer.
That's a really good point. Yeah, I totally agree.
So,
Well, especially too, I don't know what the economy is like for car dealers, but obviously, when you have people, when you have a networking event, because before the pandemic, I know this one person, he would put on networking events at like a Mercedes dealership, right? Because, they want foot traffic, they want people to come in, and, the salespeople don't just jump on you as you come
right.
in the door, but they're there. They're, hey, you have any questions, whatever. But yeah, I think auto dealerships specifically. Plus, it's always fun to see what's out there. What's new. I used to go to the auto shows in San Jose once a year, uh, just to look around. But I think that's perfect.
Yeah, and Mountain has really amazing case studies, including for automobile dealerships. Now, I feel like I am uniquely qualified to help automobile dealerships with networking because the last job that I had before I left my home in Michigan to work for NBC TV and radio networks in New York was with Gene Buttman Ford Sales in Ypsilanti. So I went from an automobile dealership to NBC in New York and made that quantum leap. But I grew up in Detroit, the Motor City, and
Oh
we were
yeah,
all about cars. So I feel like that's been a passion of mine. Then I went to NBC Sports, and so the baseball networking, big league networking. which we could do anywhere. We could do it at a car dealership. We could do it at a baseball game or a Warriors game, or a Valkyries game. They're on
Right.
ticket right now. So there's just so many great things to do with big league networking. I did originally call it Major League Networking, but then I found out from search that Major League uh, Baseball really has a grip on the words Major League, so I changed it to Big League Networking to adjust and uh, put it out there. So anyhow.
Great. It sounds great.
So I think that's kind of, I think you've got some homework to do, Ron, to
Yes.
figure out. But, I want to help you really get as much out of ChatGPT networking because honestly, that will take you anywhere you want to go. Checking in and following up with ChatGPT networking is really the answer to everything. It'll take you right around the bases. It'll take you to big league networking events. It'll get you out of the house. It'll keep you in the game as a senior. And I think it's going to be really, really exciting.
Oh, I think it already is exciting, just the concept that you're presenting.
I think it's much more clear now. You've always said to me, Mike, the good news is you've got great and a lot of great information, but the bad news is you've got so much information. But I think it really that boils it down to, things that are reachable, like reaching base. Go to first base, then second base, then third base, home run, hit a home run. And so anyway, that's pretty much it for today.